Hey everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to draw Dante from Devil May Cry. I'm really excited about this. I believe his name's Manny Santiago. I hope I pronounced it right. This is for you, man. This drawing is for you. He probably commented like 4 or 5 times in different videos asking, so definitely felt bad if I didn't draw for him. So let's get started with this drawing. The easiest way to do this is, big tip, number 1 tip, if you're drawing a character that, you know, it always depends what you're drawing. With this character, it's all about really his hair and the clothing. He's got such a intricate clothing, and that's important that you focus on that, you know, intricate, the way the suit looks and all that. So all I'm going to do is start with the 4H, real light lines. I'm going to sketch a basic head, nothing fancy. You don't want to make complicated head pose, or I want to keep this one as simple as possible so that way, like I said, we can focus on what matters, and that is the outfit. So head first, neck, and like I always say in all my videos, simpler is better. If you're just starting a general pose and you just want to get something down, less lines, in my opinion, is always better, because you're not jumbling up, you're not losing track of what the main thing is. So you have one head, then about a head height down, make a little mark. That's where the first layer of clothing is going to end. He's got like 2 layers. He's got a jacket underneath, so just make this one, and then that. And then for the arms, usually it's about a head wide from shoulder to there. So I'm using proportions. You got your head drawn. For that, it's about 2 head wides, because it's a big jacket. So I'm just going to estimate and make a mark there. So I'm going to sketch that in on that side, and same thing on that side. And make just the end mark so I know how long it is. Just a rough line, we'll go back. So let's start with the first layer of clothing. The first layer just comes off here. Real simple triangular shape. Comes down. And it's got a zipper line here, so I'm just making that. Same with this side. It's going to come out, and you want to make it kind of uneven each side. Don't keep one side exactly symmetrical. That'll just make the drawing boring, you know. So that, and then the other part of the clothing, which is the main jacket, you want to mark about halfway where we did that line, halfway, and it comes about half, like I just said, halfway there. It kind of comes in, shuts out, and forms this jacket line. So making another line for this jacket. The jacket comes out. Same on this side. I don't want to make it too much. Just enough here. So it's going to come out of the jacket. You're going to have a little place. Same with this side then. Just coming off here, another basic, almost like a triangular foot shape. So that's the second layer. So this is important. You got these real simple layers, and I'm going to keep this as simple as possible. I don't want to have too many lines, because this is done. It's a video game character, so it's hard to really draw it out without keeping it simple. So one there, and then there's a big button here, and it wraps around. The basic shape's kind of like this. Wraps around the arm. The same on this side. And it wraps around the arm here again. Then little zipper, just sketch that. And there's a circle about right here. So make sure you get the circle sketched, and it's a belt. So I'm just putting simple lines in. Then from here down, And he's got these lines that come up here. And they go in. Then lines for the rest of the jacket. We're only going to do the upper half. So you got, like I said, real basic forms in. Now is where we can start making things dark, adding values, and really fleshing out. So for the hair, he's got kind of this parted hair. And it goes about right there. And the other side just comes down. And you can make it a lot more spiky. I see different people interpret it different ways. I'm going to make it a couple of spikes. Halfway line for the eyes, middle. Then of course the sword comes out. And the sword, just make a straight line at first. It's pretty tall. The end, got these spikes. So it kind of gets thinner, then it gets towards the end, it gets thick here, comes out and then goes in again, then out again. Basic shape like that. That's pretty much the format, you know, what you want to be concerned with, because you want to get the lines in. So we'll start adding a little detail. Actually I'm going to use 0.7 pencil, 0.5 for the face. So for the face, you want to start, you know, he's got pretty generic eyes, pretty generic eyebrows. So just make the little eyebrow kind of like that, and then the other one. His eyes are basic normal eyes, they're not special, but one thing to note is very small eyes. And they're like diamond shaped kind of, but that's very important. Make the eyes very small, nothing big. And then a little pupil on each side. Nose comes right about there. And you could just make, I'm just going to make a simple mark for the nose. Then a line. Just very faint line coming up. Mouth. Got, like I said, his face overall, there's not really a feature that defines him. He's kind of very generic in the face. But you can see I'm just fleshing out. I got the lips and his chin comes out. And that's like what I said before in the beginning of the video. Always remember what you're drawing, because the reason is because what is the focus point of your character? You know, like for example, if I'm drawing an Adventure Time character, the focus is, the whole body is the focus because it's so animated, whereas with different characters, like this character, the focus is his outfit. You know, that's where the concentration is, the look. So it's always important, it's just important to get that in your mind before you start drawing, because then you kind of get a feel for it better. You know what to spend more time on. It's kind of just a mental thing for me, but it really does help me a lot. So with the hair, take your time, make a couple of strands coming out, and overall it's going to come out. You'll have a, yeah, I'll just make it spiky all over the neck. Some spikes up top. Could make a couple of strands loose, because he's got real loose hair. I'm going to come in and erase the guidelines. And this side, same thing. Real loose hair. You'll see a couple of strands behind the head. But you get the idea now. Make it spiky. Then I'll just come in and do a couple of light little lines to show where the hair's flowing. I'm trying to keep it simple as possible, like I said. Nothing too, but there's the basic head shape. And the clothing's going to wrap here. This is that first layer we sketched in. So this is the first layer we sketched in here. I'm just Now I'm just fleshing out the details. It comes out and it goes in front here. What's very important is you have a zipper. So being that it's a small drawing, you know, I'm just going to make little cross lines. Because, you know, I can't add a lot of detail. When you look at the drawing of the 3D model, you know, from the video game, it has a lot of detail. And that's because it's a 3D model. It's not a drawing. So that's something to remember. Because, you know, when I was learning in school and things, it was always important to remember that. Because you can get caught up very easily on trying to make a drawing look like, you know, what it looks like the 3D model, the video game, and not focus on the fact that it still is a drawing. You have to remember this still is a drawing. So the point is, I'm using a different tool. I'm not using a computer drawing. I'm using what I can, a pencil, and so I'm just trying to make it the best I can using those tools. I hope that makes sense. I may not explained it right. Please let me know in the comments if that makes sense and helps. But you can see I get the outline, then the second layer right here. And this kind of arches down. So I'm going to make this, I'm holding the pencil in between my fingers now. You can notice how I hold it a different way every time. When I'm really focusing on detail, I'll hold it like this, and usually when I draw off camera, I'll hold it like that, but I'm not accustomed to it. So this overlaps, so I'm making these lines darker. Has a button here. So at this side, same thing. And you can see how easy it is. Like, that's what's important when you're doing complicated drawings and you're doing things. It's so important to get the basic shapes, the basic forms down, because right now this is easy. All I'm doing is adding my own style, and I'm going over the lines that we made with the light pencil. So this is kind of a really important lesson, that you kind of understand that, you know, every drawing starts with the basic shape. It starts with basic layers, and even these professionals that just mind-blowing artworks, they have to start somewhere. So that's something to always remember and kind of keep in mind. So then the jacket just comes down. I'm making a little stylized line. I love this pencil, baby. I love this pencil on this Bristol board paper. It just flows. So it's got a little line here. This kind of comes down. This is over the jacket here. Another button shape. I'm going to actually do the sword real quick. Actually, I'll wait, I'll finish this. So on this side, same thing. Just sketch it. And try to keep the outer line a little thicker, so it has more room. And I thank all of you so much. Oh my gosh, I can't thank you guys enough. I'm so happy with the way things are going. You guys are supportive so much. All the comments, all the new people I'm meeting on here. So then just the outline of the coat, real simple, like I said, we don't finish it. The arms, just make little squiggle lines, and then interior lines like that, because it's important is you got to get these lines here. These lines on the jacket, they curve up. And let's draw the symbol. The symbol, it's a circle. It's kind of a clamp thing. So you got a clamp on this side. And I know I've said it before, but oh my gosh, the paper you use makes a difference. The tools you use, they really do make a difference. Because I was practicing this drawing in my sketchbook and I could not do it. And the reason is because the paper I use, it's soft. the back of it in a sketchbook has multiple pages, so obviously it's soft. It's like it's cushioned, whereas with this I'm working on a wood board behind it, and it just flows for me. That's the difference. That's why I always stress in all the videos, find what just clicks for you. I cannot stress that enough. For me, it's using this paper and things like that. So now I'm just going to make a line coming down, rest of the zipper mark. So you see about right there. So same on this side, just finishing up. And the jacket has lines that come down. Just make a couple of lines coming down. So do this side again, same like we did the other side. Lines coming in. Then a couple of lines coming down. That's the main jacket. I'm going to make this line a little thicker just to show that edge. There's another circle down here. We're not going to worry about that much. But as long as we got the top part. And little squiggle line here. Just once again, crap, I hate it when lead breaks. Just to show it when it's moving. That's pretty much the basic thing. We'll do the sword. Sketch the sword in. And it's got like this tip. The tip is kind of spiked 3 in the middle. Then 1 on the outside. And that's basically the sword shape. So that's pretty much, there it is. Oh yeah! There's pretty much the finished thing. I'm going to go back now and shade it in. And thanks everyone for watching. You can see the finished drawing at the beginning of the video. Thanks everyone, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. This is awesome. I'm having so much fun drawing.